Well, this is our CCA Louisiana state board meeting, and fortunately our friends in the House and the Senate are having CCA Day here at the state capitol, so we're excited to come visit everybody on the House floor.
What are the biggest issues that are facing sportsmen and CCA in this legislative session?
You know, a lot of it is coastal restoration, protecting the coast, and also being the voice of the fish. There are issues with speckled trout, with menhaden, with flounder. There's always something that we need to pay attention to because the fish don't have a voice and we feel like we're their voice.
It's a resolution to recognize Wednesday, April 6, 2022 as Coastal Conservation Association Day at the Louisiana State Capitol.
Senator Arlan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, today I bring resolution number 32, which is a special day recognizing Wednesday, April 6, 2022 as Coastal Conservation Association Day at the Louisiana State Capitol. It's to recognize the Coastal Conservation Association, widely known as CCA, founded in 1983 in Louisiana by a small group of concerned coastal anglers to preserve and protect Louisiana coastal resources. CCA is a grassroots nonprofit organization comprised roughly of 25,000 members and volunteers from all 64 parishes and in 30 local chapters. Coastal angling is a way of life in Louisiana, enjoyed by hundreds of thousands of men, women, children each year. And look, this organization does a really good job. I've been a member of it and been a supporter of them all along. I'd like to recognize here today with us, besides the many members all along here, but we have National CEO Pat Murray. Raise your hand. Joining us, State Chairman Charlie CAPLINGER, State President Chuck Leday, no relation to Stephen Leday, and Louisiana CEO David Cressons, and back over here against the rail. These guys do a great job. They are responsible for not only many tournaments, but also as citizen scientists, tagging fish for further scientific research. They work very well with wildlife and fisheries in the fisheries department, and they really do deserve to be recognized. Probably its oldest and one of its founding members, Camp Matons, who's been in my ear since I've gotten into the legislature and before, is here. And we would just like to give these guys a big round of applause for all what they do. Thank you, guys.
Just last week, CCA did a floating islands project and has dedicated a reef last week. So we do habitat construction all across the coast, and we're always looking for projects to build habitat for fisheries.
There's always issues in fisheries and in the politics of fish, no doubt about it. One of the big challenges we see is the need for marine habitat. That's an issue that we're addressing on all three coasts, and constantly what we're founded on is the conservation of our marine resources, and that's usually manifest in making sure we're active in fisheries management processes.
I think it's important, as the largest sport fishing organization in the state, it's important for us to come here and to let our plight be known to the legislature. We've got a lot of issues that will come before both the House and the Senate. We want to make sure that we make our reps and senators apprised of what we're doing, and hopefully get them to vote our way.
We're actively pursuing regulation of the menhaden catch in the waters of Louisiana. It started last year and it's going to continue this year. A couple of bills that have been introduced already in the legislature this year.
CCA Louisiana has an incredible grassroots system and a deep attachment to our coastal resources. So be it from the Capitol to the Commission building to all the folks that enjoy the resource, there's a lot of people that really care about the future of these resources.
How important is fishing economically in Louisiana, and how far do people come to fish in the state?
Worth millions of dollars, not only in jobs but also in the stores that sell the tackle, the boats, the mechanics that repair the boats. Just as important as that side of the business is, it's also very important that organizations like CCA step to the forefront and make sure that we can preserve those resources here in the years and years to come for our children and grandchildren.
It's massive. There's more and more understanding of how important that economic benefit is in jobs created and in economic impact in these communities, these coastal communities where people come and visit, and also the folks that live there go ahead and utilize the resource, and they spend money in the areas that they like to recreate.
We do a lot of work that has basically began with a lot of legislative issues, like the net ban to preserve mainly speckled trout and redfish population. We were behind the bill to make redfish a game fish years ago, and now we've transitioned where we have a lot of habitat work where we build artificial reefs and other estuary projects to preserve the coastal estuaries.
We are the state's prime organization, the premier organization that supports coastal protection as well as the rights of the sport fishermen, both inland as well as offshore.
Oh, it's always inspiring. I cannot say enough about the CCA Louisiana board. From start to finish, everything they do is with passion, with intensity, with discipline, and it's why they're so successful.
I think it's fantastic that we have a large showing of people, and just to have the opportunity to be recognized in the legislature for our work. I think it's pretty fantastic for somebody like me that's been doing this for 35 plus years.
We are the voice of the fishermen, and fishing is so important to Louisiana. It's not just a family event, it is truly a part of our culture, and it's something that we have to protect. It's the memories that every family has, catching their first fish, catching their fish with their parents and their grandparents. It's an important part of our lives, and that's what we're here to make sure that future generations have access to.